What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday to you. I am sorry for being just a couple of minutes late. I started the stream about 2 minutes later than I intended on because I realized I had a couple of things not set up yet, so I had to take care of that. Sorry for the little bit of a delay, but we are here now 7 minutes past the hour to watch SummerSlam 1997. That's right. I decided that we'll do SummerSlam 1997. It got to be Thursday this week, and I realized that I didn't pick a watch along yet, and we talked about it last week, and I had talked about how I don't like SummerSlam 1996 or 97, which are the only two left we haven't done. And then when I started looking at other options for August pay-per-views and what is out there, I'm like, let's just bust out 1997. It's not that bad. You would think as a Bret Hart fan, I would love this pay-per-view because Bret Hart wins his 5th world championship in the main event here in a very, very long match with The Undertaker. The rest of the card was only so-so, and the other great match on the card really wasn't great because Austin got paralyzed, or damn near paralyzed, in the IC title match with Owen. And the rest of the card is just kind of, I don't know, lackluster, I suppose. Yes, Tito is here with us. He's going to watch SummerSlam 1997 as well. We are going back 28 years. I remember this one really well, because I watched it at home with my buddies on pay-per-view, and I was marking out at the end. Zach Palgett earlier says, my buddy has this poster as a mini rug in his wrestling figure room. That is really cool. I actually used to have this pay-per-view poster hanging in my apartment, like the third apartment I ever lived in 1997. I had only been living on my own for less than 2 years by this point, and I had a little tiny apartment, and I had the poster right above my TV, as you see here. Some wine bottles. For some reason, there's a Men in Black soundtrack CD there, front and center, along with a Red Wings power play or Stanley Cup photo, a Doors picture, and some beer bottles and some wine, and everything a 19-year-old kid might have in his apartment. But yeah, I had the right there, the SummerSlam poster right above my TV. And the funny thing is, it's been 28 years. I don't remember how I got it. I don't remember. A lot of times when I was a kid, the local video stores would give us the posters, the movie posters, after they were done featuring them. Like if you asked for it, you could put your name on the back of it, and then when they were ready to take it down, you could go in and collect your poster. I don't know if this was hanging in a video store or what, or if I got it out of a magazine, because it did look like it was folded. I don't recall. I hate that I don't remember where I got it, but it used to be framed and hanging up in my living room way back when I was just a 20-year-old little piece of shit. So yeah, we're going to be watching SummerSlam 97 Heart and Soul tonight. So what you guys need to do, I'm sure you're already doing it, head on over to Peacock. In 6 months' time, 7 months' time, we might be watching these pay-per-views somewhere else, and it might be right here on YouTube. I actually kind of hope it is. But for now, we are still with the cock. You want to go to your cock. You want to pull up SummerSlam Season 10, Episode 1. I actually remember for the 10 years of SummerSlam leading up to this, they did this really great like USA special chronicling the first 9 SummerSlams. And I remember thinking it was really interesting since Hogan and Savage and everybody else was in WCW, and they were showing a hell of a lot of highlights of a lot of WCW people here in 97, the 10 years of SummerSlam or 10 years of Summer or whatever it was. Really done little, really well done little like hour-long special that they did back in 1997. But anyway, Season 10, Episode 1 is what you're looking for. Runtime, according to Peacock, is 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 18 seconds. We're all going to hit play together here in just a minute. Once you do that, that timer right there below me will begin to run. I have suspended and killed all ads on this YouTube video, so you won't have any interruptions here. But if you do have them over on Peacock, that's what the timer is for. You can keep yourself synced up that way. And that's how we do it up in here. Let me do a couple of quick shout-outs, and then we will get going here on SummerSlam 1997. Zach, good to see you. Zane G's in the house. Mike Rouse, Melissa, Tatanani, Hellfire Kai. Also, We Are Pro Wrestling. Good to see you, man. This is one of your favorite SummerSlams, and that's why I'm glad we're doing it, because a lot of you have brought this one up, and I'm the one that's kind of been being a bitch about it. I'm like, no, that one sucks. So let's see if I can get my mind changed here and relive this one for the first time in quite a while. Definitely one of my favorite pay-per-view posters, though, of all time. Even though I didn't really like the show, I love the promotion for it, the Heart and Soul, Bret Hart going after the title. Loved it, loved it. Brandon McNeil is here as well. Good to see you. Ray Frand, Zach, I got you already. MJ Parker, the Juliet is in the house. We got Zombie Fighter. What's up? Jacob earlier on Twitter sent me a clip. Brian Zane over at Wrestling with Regret, great friend of ours. He did a review on this show a couple years ago. And when they do the segment later on where they give away the $1 million, or they attempt to give away the $1 million, one of the contestants looks like me, just way less handsome. That's all. But there's a bald-headed dude with a goatee up there, and Brian made mention that it's not good mic work. So thanks for sending me that clip, Zombie Fighter. I had forgotten about that. Good to see Noah up in here as well. Ajax Johnson. Ray, gotcha. Andy Linnell. Oh, gosh, who else is here? George Morris. There you are, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for the $5. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? How is Tito? Tito gone. He just left. Oh, he's over here drinking water. He's good. How is Elizabeth? She's good. SummerSlam 97, 10 out of 10 for you, huh? Are we ever going to watch 07, 08? How big is your new house going to be? New house is going to be small. We're moving into like an apartment condo type of place, and we don't have a need for this humongous house anymore. This is 5 bedrooms. It's enormous, and it's expensive. You can do your own Zillowing in San Diego for 5-bedroom homes in this city, and do your own research on how much this fucking place costs. So we are really going to be shaving a lot of money off of our rent, and then in a couple of years when we get maybe a little bit less people living in here, we're going to be able to buy something to live in permanently. But yeah, we are going to be moving, and I'm going to be moving into a much smaller little space, which I'm excited for. I've got it all planned out and ready to build. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in my Amazon cart, and it's going to be small and compact, but it's going to be nice. And I'm really kind of excited for the new setup coming in about 6 weeks or so. You will see the new digs up in here. But yeah, it's a very much a smaller place, but we're so happy. We need smaller. We need downsizing. We don't need all this space. We don't need all these bedrooms. We don't need all this fucking house. It's just too damn expensive. So we are going to downsize, and I'm looking really forward to it. Brandon Barnes in the house as well. Good to see you. Domo 97. I think I got you, Andy. Good to see Jay Richter. David Brown is in here as well. Fox Star Killers got 5 for us. Hey, hi guys. Got my work schedule tweaked to where I get Sundays off from now on. I'm pretty much free for all watch-alongs going forward. That is exciting. Sundays off are the best. I can't do a giveaway for the poster because I don't know where it is. I've lost it. I keep a lot of that stuff. And in all of my keepsakes and shit, I can't find that SummerSlam poster. So I don't know what I did with it or how I got rid of it or what. I have no memory of not only how I received it and got it to begin with, but I don't know what happened to it. All I know is I had it hanging in about 5 of my apartments when I lived in my 20s, and now it's gone. Maybe it got lost in the move from East Coast to West Coast. I don't know. Yes, Summer Flashback was the special We Are Pro Wrestling. Thank you for that. And 5 more from Fox Star. And what are you watching? WrestleMania. You started your new mini viewing project going through all Road to WrestleMania SmackDowns for WrestleMania 19. All right, that's interesting too. Gilbert, good to see you. Ramon Coffee, everybody else who's here, thanks for being here. Let's start this PPV or PLE, whatever you want to call it, because it's nearly 3 hours long, so I don't want to keep you guys up all damn night tonight. All right, so what you want to do is go over and get your fingers ready on that play button, and we're going to go 3, 2, 1, play. That's how we do it here, all right? Let me get my timer finger ready, my play button finger ready. All my fingers are ready. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, I think I nailed that one. Oh, we're starting right off with the national anthem. At least nobody's singing it. It's just like a musical rendition of it. So stupid. I got such a stick up my ass about country's theme songs. I just think they're all so silly. They don't make me emotional. They don't make me cry. They're just dumb to me. That goes for all countries, not just us. Now, wrestlers' theme songs, that's a whole different story. Those are badass. I remember after this pay-per-view, watched it with the same 2 buddies I watched a lot of my the pay-per-views with back then, and one of them didn't drive, and I had to drive him home. I had to drive my buddy Daniel home that night, and I remember after we were driving to his house, I was blaring Brett's music in Full Metal in my CD player. I was very happy Brett won the title. Little did I know that the entire the wheels would fall off of all this just weeks later. And what I thought was a nice cherry on top of what was one of my favorite summers in the history of pro wrestling Turned out to be one of the worst falls and autumns of pro wrestling right after that. All right, they're the worldwide leader in sports entertainment, guys. In a perfect world. The fella that does these voiceovers, I believe, passed away a few years ago. I don't remember his name, but I remember hearing about it. He had a great voice, great pro wrestling video package voice. Tupac was September 96. What, his death? I remember when he died. I was working, and when I got off of work, we were meeting up at a friend's house or something. Just like a little mini house party, probably 10 of us. Just instead of going out, we just went to somebody's house. And I remember going over there, and word was out by that point. And I just remember that was the topic of conversation, just out in the backyard. Because I remember it being warm, so September makes sense. We were all just sitting out there, you know, in the backyard, passing the Magic Dragon, talking about Tupac dying. But Puff is just the name of the boy's magical dragon. The gorilla hugging that uncooperative Shawn Michaels. Is it fair? This is it for you, Taker. I knew going into this Brett was going to win the title. Is it fair? This was such a weird stipulation. Like, if Shawn didn't call it down the middle, like if Brett lost, he would never wrestle again in the United States, right? But then when Shawn was made the referee, they said, if you don't call it down the middle, then you can also never wrestle again in the United States. But wouldn't Shawn Michaels hitting Bret Hart or hitting Undertaker with a chair qualify as not calling it down the middle? Like, what does it matter who he hit? He hit one of the participants with a chair. That is not calling it down the middle. Shawn Michaels should not have been able to wrestle again in the United States. It never said you have to count the 3. It says you have to call it down the middle. And he did not. He struck one of the participants in the match. It's a plot hole that I don't like. I hated the SummerSlam theme song, too. Like, why did they change it from the badass one to this shitty one? All these stipulations. Bulldog was supposed to eat dog food. Jim Neidhart was supposed to shave his goatee, remember? Owen was supposed to kiss Austin's ass. Or Austin was going to have to kiss Owen's ass. I often forget that we opened up with the this old Blue Bar Hunter and Mankind match. One of the reasons why I don't consider this pay-per-view good is because I often forget that this match is on it. This is a good match. Yeah, Ray, Kane was already being teased. Paul Bearer let it slip, I think like in June or July. Earlier in the summer of Kane is alive. So it took him a while to actually debut. And Triple H here. I mean, this is the end of this Hunter Hearst Helmsley, this stupid fucking song. He's going to be moving into the DX music. He's going to be tag teaming with Shawn Michaels here by the end of August. They're going to have that match on Raw against Undertaker and Mankind, I believe. And then by the time you get to Bad Blood, they're together as a unit. Yeah, that looks to be the igloo there, because I saw that's the same building, Mankind in that production crew gear. That's the same building as the Hell in a Cell match. That might have been the... Oh, man, what did they do in Pittsburgh? That might have been the night that Patriot beat Brett. I think that night on Raw was in Pittsburgh, and Patriot beat Brett on Raw. I think that was the same show, I think. Now, they were doing all those sit-down interviews with Jim Ross here, so Mankind now, 1 year after beating The Undertaker in the Boiler Room Brawl. Yeah, now he's getting the ovation. People dressed as Dude Love. Now, he had already come out as Dude Love, right? Dude Love had made his debut earlier a few weeks back when Shawn couldn't defend the title. And I'm pretty sure he's still tag team champion right now, isn't he? Mankind is the tag team champions right now with Steve Austin, I believe. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Governor Christine Todd Whitman. I forgot what went on with New Jersey. Something to do with taxes and athletic commission taxes or something like that. But they didn't run New Jersey for the longest time until the governor... I don't know, it probably had something to do with recognizing pro wrestling as entertainment rather than sport. I think it had something to do with that. And it made it WWE wouldn't run Jersey because of that reason. And then Christine Todd Whitman came and saved the day, and they were up her ass for a whole summer. I think they bring her out later, too. They give her a belt and everything. There you go. There's Jimmy Corderas. What a little bitch. Oh, my God. You ever want to see a dead body, you should have seen what I said to him a couple weeks ago on social media. No response, just a straight block from him. I was like, yeah, you don't want none, you little bitch. And he responds to everybody. He's like, no, he just left me alone. He knows he will lose that exchange. Yeah, pretty good start here for Mankind at SummerSlams. First three out of the first four were solid. He won the first two, beating legends Taker and Triple H. 99, he won the title. Triple H also in that match. In 98, I'm pretty sure he lost because that had something to do with the tag titles, I think, right? Kane turned on him or something. And then he wouldn't wrestle any more SummerSlams until, like the Flair match or whatever? I guess it was Flair. You know, I wasn't sure about that, Ramon. I knew Todd Pettengill was wrapping up. I did not know this was his actual last night. I thought maybe he had a little bit of time left, but yeah, this is kind of it for him. I hated that Todd left. I really like Todd. Jeez, I loved Mankind's pile drivers. What is the difference between that shit on the back of Mankind's gear and the Prince symbol? Isn't that the same thing? I always think of the Mankind symbol, the Prince symbol, and the Jim Crockett Promotion symbol. Like, they all, like, kind of conflate in my head. Yeah, Michael Cole definitely got hired to replace him. I just wish it was Todd Pettengill there for 35 years and not Michael Cole. Although Todd Pettengill might have turned into a complete company douche. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. What's she got? She's got something wrapped around Foley's neck. Is that like her choker? Oh, it's just a belt. I'm like, what is wrapped? I feel like if you're a small enough wrestler could climb through one of those squares in the cage. I feel like Darby Allin could get through there. Oh, Chyna's going to not let... Oh, right in the penis. Right in the penis. Not where you want to be punched. Oh, God. I remember this superplex. It's they kind of come straight down. Yeah. Not exactly the Brett and Owen suplex, but ugh. Just rough landing. Always radio. It's my Hitman versus your Undertaker tonight, huh? I wonder who's going to be smiling in the end. Helmsley's out. Why is he going to turn around? Well, that's stupid. He just had the match won. I don't understand that either, Vince. And they had been feuding for a while. Like that, Hunter beat him at King of the Ring, and then they worked Canadian Stampede. They brawled all over the place. And so I guess this is kind of the blow-off there. So this 3 pay-per-view program here. Out on 9. Is that where that the Meadowlands was? Right off the 95 there? I got a ticket on I-95 once, driving from Florida back home to North Carolina. Got it in South Carolina. I was like, well, I'm going to take care of this shit over the phone because I'll be damned if I'm driving down there to go to fucking court. I remember I was driving because it was like a 13-hour drive. I was, I had the cruise control on. I had my shoes were off. And the cop was like, why are your shoes off? I'm like, I'm just driving. It's like a 14-hour drive. He goes, you shouldn't drive with your shoes off. And I'm like, fuck off. I'm a grown man. I'll do whatever I so choose, officer. Plus, it's more comfortable. It's like, give me my ticket and be on with yourself. You little 2.5. God, and what's up? Mankind, he just has no desire to protect his head. He's like, let's just ram me. Just ram my skull. It's just my brain in there, that's all. It's not like it needs to be protected. Yeah, Zach, what's up, dude? Thanks for that $5. This opener might be the best match on this pay-per-view. I agree. It probably is going to be. Good match to open with, too, because it takes so long to set up that damn cage. They were able to get that done before the show went on the air. Up until this point, this would have been the, I guess, 3rd cage match in SummerSlam history. 90, 94, and 97. Next year, we'd have that Lion's Den bullshit. They might have done that in 99, too. Didn't we have a Lion's Den match in 99? Uh-oh. Might have had one at 01. What did Taker and DDP do that year? Oh, now Mankind with a suplex of his own. This looks like more of like an angle slam. Nope. Are there any active wrestlers still wrestling that have ever competed in a blue bar? I don't think so. From nearby Greenwich. Yeah, the Blue Bar Cage's final appearance was 99, so I don't think there's anybody left that ever competed. Unless Al Snow gets in the ring from time to time. He'd be the only guy. Growing up in Greenwich. Damn, China? Yeah, wait, it might have been Blackman. I forgot what happened in 99. I just remember, the only reason I know there was one, because I remember in 99, like, somebody cut a promo from the top of it. Might have been Jericho. Mankind was such a great gimmick and character. It's funny how, like, these stupid, cheesy ideas that WWE has creatively, you know, sometimes you just find that Undertaker and Mankind are the best examples of, like, when you're drawing all that up, it looks silly as all fuck. But then when you put Calloway and Foley behind these characters, like, holy shit, we've got something here. Oh, nice. Love that. Foley would do that move in the corner a lot with the Tree of Woe. He did the Tree of Steel up there. He got the Tree of Steel, baby. Hunter Hearst Helmsley hung up. No, you had the match won, Triple H. That was your own fault, though. Close enough. We Are Pro Wrestling. Yeah, it was paid. Edge and Christian competed in a blue bar at one of the UK pay-per-views in 01, but it was painted black. That's the one they used at St. Valentine's Massacre for Austin and Vince. It's still the blue bar. They just painted it black. It needs a paint job, too. Look how busted this. They never painted this blue one. This is the same blue bars that Hogan and Bundy wrestled in. Same ones. I swear they had one set of these. Oof. Yeah, Hellfire. Al Snow. He was in the Kennel from Hell match. I was there at Unforgiven. I watched that shit live, and you had a blue bar cage inside of the Hell in the Cell. And that was Al Snow and Boss Man with a bunch of dogs shitting on the outside of the ring. It was a good time. You can see me on that pay-per-view, too. I've got a very colorful sign. Oh, woo. That right there, that fall, that's the reason Triple H doesn't have any sons. One of his testicles was so badly damaged, he only shoots females out. It's a scientific thing that happens to men sometimes, especially conservative men. Come on, Mankind. I love that Triple H is hung up there like Andre, like out in China. Oh, I knew that was coming. You could see her running. She's going to slam that door in his head. And that's not like the mesh cage. That's like just blue steel. Oh, there you go. Yeah, eat shit, Jimmy Corderas, you little twerp. Little fucking loser. Jimmy Corderas and Dave Penzer. Two of the worst little fucking nerds that exist out there. Jesus, watch out, man. Well, Mankind, after eating the blue door, he's going to eat a blue chair. Oh, Chyna's going to fall off the cage here with a slingshot spot. Boom, down she goes. Fans loved that. Fans loved that. Double arm on the chair. Wonderfully sold by Triple H. Chris, what's up, dude? Thanks for the 5. Jason Solomon. Never heard of him. Said this was one of the greatest endings to a title match ever, and I agree. It seems the direction of the company changed overnight. Jason is right. It was a tremendous finish, but it is amazing how quickly. 1 month later, I mean, it hit the fan. Chyna's in. Oh, she's going to try to... Nope. Isn't he... I think he's going to go back up. Isn't he supposed to jump off? He's right there. Up. Mask is off. And now he's supposed to have like a heart painted on his chest, right? But he just sweated it all off, so it didn't land right. Superfly. This is pretty cool for Mankind. You know, he's not far from Madison Square Garden right here, getting to do the move that he witnessed live in person that made him a wrestling fan. The heart's not even there. Boom. See, I've always questioned whether or not the tooth in the nose was real or if it was just an effect. There's something hanging in his nose right now that looks exactly like the tooth in Hell in a Cell. I remember refusing to believe that he swallowed the tooth and it came through his nose. I just didn't believe it. I thought it must have been something else that was white in there, not a tooth. And I feel like I might have just been proven right on that camera shot there. And here comes Chyna's trying to... Come on, Foley. I love that I'm rooting for him like I might not know who wins. There he goes. He's down. Ramon, thanks for the $2. Where you get your Nintendo games holder from? They're not even on camera. How can you even see that? I don't remember. I just found a little, you know, like Home Goods or something. You can find a little square cubes or something. They just fit the Nintendo games perfectly. I don't remember where, though. So, yeah, I think like the Dude Love music is going to start. Vince McMahon, we did not see that heart. Just you did. I did love the Dude Love music too. Like I think his foot starts like moving here, right? I remember this like laughing. Look at his foot. He's looking at his foot, huh? This is great. The foot is starting to stir. It's Dude Love, guys. His little struts were always so funny to me. I think my favorite thing is he's not done with Triple H. On the same day, the Madison Square Garden show, the night that Vince told Brett he wanted out of his deal, he wrestled Triple H in like a no-holds-barred match as Cactus Jack. And they did the thing on the Tron where they had all three of them. Are you thinking what I think you're thinking? I think I am thinking what you think I think you're thinking. Oh, so great. Foley. I remember running into him after an event at a gas station. He was in there like buying a protein shake or something. And he drove away before we did. I think I was getting gas, and when he drove away, I did the thing, the knee crossing thing, and he like gave me the toothless thumbs up through the car window. It was great. Foley's the best. Yeah, Vince McMahon. Just took a picture of Tito. That's him literally right now. All right, this must be Christine Todd Whitman. I'm going to miss you, Todd. I really am, man. And they're booing the shit out of her, too. They don't give a shit. Booing her ass. So crazy. People just don't like politicians. And they're going to give her... Yeah, Vince is all about his taxes, man. My God. They send the Undertaker there to celebrate a tax break. Just fuck off. Thank you, Governor. It's not that we couldn't run a show here. It's that we wouldn't run a show here. Because we didn't want to pay. I could not understand what this old man was saying. Oh my God, Christy Tax Crusher. This makes me want to fucking barf. Like, fans don't give a shit about this. I was a 20-year-old living in North Carolina. You think I give a fuck that Vince McMahon is saving a few bucks in one state due to a new tax law? Let's dedicate a pay-per-view segment to this. So they brought out the governor to get that cage taken down. Oh, I could take you. I could take you in a fight, Christine Todd Whitman. And they gave her one of the original Winged Eagles just for a new tax law? Ugh. Ugh. God, I fucking hate this company so much. Jim Ross is... That was actually funny. That little exchange between Vince, Jerry, and JR there was good. That was really good. It was cute. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Wait a minute. I thought Jesus was born in Texas, not Pennsylvania. They said Bethlehem is in Pennsylvania. We all know Jesus was born in Texas with a gun in his hand. And they're trying to tell me it's Pennsylvania? No. I read the Bible. And I know stuff. I don't listen to that fake science and smart people stuff. Everybody knows Bethlehem is in Texas, the birthplace of Jesus. Oh, look at there. I forgot Tiger Ali Singh and Tiger Jeet. Boy, they were all about him. Vince was hoping for big things for Tiger Ali Singh. Tiger Ali Singh. WWE was so late to the party on stuff, you know? There were so many guys from Japan or Mexico they could have gotten to play that role, but WCW had gobbled them all up by that point. That Undertaker thing right there, that reminds me of the top of Saul, Better Call Saul's office building with the Statue of Liberty. Look at Honky. Look at this. We got Sonny out there. We got headbangers doing stage dives in the mosh pit. Sean with an American flag for some reason. LOD is there. Sonny. Poor Austin. Little did he know, in just a few short hours, his life would change forever. It's crazy. Crazy. Luger was WCW champ at this time, then he must have just won the title. Because I know that was... might have been the next night on Nitro. It was like this week that we're in right now. I'm pretty sure is when Luger won the WCW title. Foxstar, appreciate the $10. I'm excited for this match. Brian Pillman and Goldust. I mentioned this before on other 97 shows, but this was the year that the pay-per-view schedule was crazy skewed in favor of WCW by having all the WWE shows take place before WCW shows. I guess I didn't realize that. I don't know what the strategy was behind the scenes or if it just worked out that way, but that wouldn't favor WCW. That would favor WWE. Being the first show, you know, fans who buy you might say, oh, I don't want to buy the other one. I just bought one this month. So I think it favors WWE to go on first, not WCW. I've never struck a woman in my whole life. Even if she had a gun or a stutter. Yeah, there's a lot of factors at play when you're picking your Sundays for pay-per-views. You got to think about like what kind of sports season you're in. If you're football season, maybe, you know, stay away from Super Bowls and playoff games, shit like that. Thanksgiving, you know, holidays and whatever. And, of course, make sure you're not on the same week as another one of the companies. I always wondered if the two companies were, like, in communication so they didn't try to book it on the same day. So this is the only stipulation that was actually paid off. Stipulation here was that Pillman, if he lost, had to wear a dress, and he would have to wear a dress every week until he won a match, and he kept losing. And then right before they were about to book the big blow-off that was going to have the Marlena turn, Brian died on the day of the match. So this is Brian's last thing. Now, they would do a rematch. So if I remember correctly, Goldust is going to win here. Brian's going to have to win the dress. Then they do a match the next month at Ground Zero. I don't think we've done that pay-per-view. That was the day after my birthday that year. It was the first 3-hour In Your House. And the stip in that was if Pillman won, then Marlena would be his like servant or property for 30 days, and he did win. But before the 30 days was up, Brian died. And I think the plan at Bad Blood in 97 was to have Marlena turn on Goldust and join up with Brian, which would then send Goldust into maybe that Dustin Rhodes character, but then, or, you know, that more relatable character in those sit-down interviews with JR, right? But then when Brian died, they put Goldust and Marlena back together. They tried to humanize them, brought Dakota into the mix and all of that, and it was just weird. But I would have liked to see Marlena and Pillman together because I think they had a past relationship, which I'm sure Vince loved that. He loved causing problems. Pillman is covered in Goldust's paint. It's crazy watching Brian wrestle here in 97 in WWE. The fact that he's number one in a WWE ring is pretty weird, but number two, he is so not himself, you know? I mean, he's no longer flying Brian. He's walking Brian. Oh, he's briskly jogging Brian. That's good. Ooh. But we missed out on so many good matches. I remember, you know, I think Austin and Pillman did technically have a match because they were supposed to. They were supposed to have a match on Raw the night after King of the Ring. It was supposed to be at King of the Ring a couple months earlier. So I think Austin and Pillman actually did wrestle a couple of months earlier on Raw. I just don't remember how that match went. Because I remember at King of the Ring, Brian got his head put in the toilet by Austin. I think they replaced Brian with Shawn. And they did Shawn and Steve at King of the Ring for whatever reason. When Goldust kissed Pillman, he's just got shit all over his face. It's a very WCW match here. You got fucking York out there, Flying Brian, and Dustin Rhodes. You got a WCW match with a WWE referee in it. Pillman going for the ride. Oh, that's a bump. Ouch. Look, shout out to Vlad right there in the front row. Look at the seats Vlad has. Awesome. Marlena's very impressive top half reminds me of Miss Jackie one time. One of my buddies said to me, do you think they're fake? Like, tell me you've never touched a tit without telling me you've never touched it. Yes, just look at them. They're fake. They're absolutely fake. What do you mean, do I think they're fake? It was right up there with a 40-year-old virgin. He's like, it felt like a big bag of sand. It was like up there with that. They're kind of talking about Dusty a little bit. And Goldust kind of, you know, Dustin kind of created that character in a way to kind of mess with his dad a little bit. Yeah, the old RF video sign. I still have a bunch of their old shoot interviews. You see, Will Ospreay, I guess, did not know who Rob Feinstein was and took a picture with him a couple weeks ago. Fans were giving him shit. And he's like, bruv, I didn't even know this guy's a fucking weirdo. Oh, maybe they already did the... All right, they've already been talking about Dakota, I guess. Dustin is probably going to be the only guy on the show that's active, right? He was TNT champion up until like 2 weeks ago, which is wild. Oh. Oh, God, that was awful. Damn, that was rough. Did you see that sunset attempt by Goldust? My God, that was like Karrion Kross taking an exploder into the buckle. Ooh, that's it. Oh, there you go. Boom. And then she throws the dress in there. I love it. There you go. You got to wear that. Yeah, I think it's Slaughter who tells him he has to keep wearing it until he wins a match, and then he just keeps losing every week. When Pillman would briefly get control of Marlena, he'd have her coming out there and like this dominatrix shit and whatnot. Oh, got hit right in the face. And the funny thing is, Neidhart was gone. So, like, Neidhart, he came back, joined the Hart Foundation, and then disappeared. And then came back again. So I don't know what went on with Neidhart there, if he got briefly fired and brought back, but he was supposed to shave his goatee because that's what he said in the promo leading up to this. But then by the time SummerSlam came, he was nowhere to be found. He wasn't even there. 20,000. Continental Airlines Arena. Not Meadowlands, Continental Airlines Arena. That's right. The Godwins are back as heels, right? Because when they had this match earlier in the year, Henry got injured? Is that what happened? He must not have been out that long, though. A broken neck, but that was only... LOD debuted in February. How do you come back from a broken neck so fast? Ouch, Jesus. So that was a Shotgun Saturday Night taping, which looked to be in the summertime, or early summer, late spring. Like a watermelon. Not quite like a watermelon. Shanghai Pierce and Tex Lassinger taking on the Road Warriors. Their look is just... I always just paused and stopped what I was doing. There's hat guys there, straw hat guy. Whenever LOD was on the screen, especially backstage, because the promo was going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be, like, crazy, but it's going to be awesome. Especially Hawk, man. He had that... Like, if... Animal's great. The Road Warriors tag team is great, but I swear, like, just that look, one of them could have been a single star. Like, if you just had Hawk by himself... There was never a tag team partner ever. He just came out looking like that with that face paint, this music, those spikes, that promo ability, and his in-ring ability. I think he could have been world fucking champion. He had the look, he had the size, he had the presence. He was good on the mic. He was intense. He was funny. Very marketable. I think he could have had toys, you know. He could have just been called Hawk or named something else. Just name him Road Warrior Hawk. That's all you had to do. And there was never a second member. There was never a tag team. And it was just him and him alone. He'd be very intimidating. And Just the way, Power walked into the ring, with those shoulder pads like that, cutting the promo before the match, backstage with Mean Gene. I think he could have been a tremendous character. Like, huge. Bigger than the Road Warriors tag team. And they're their best tag team of all time. Jesus, Henry's huge. I mean, that'd be a pretty good shoot, though. I mean, Hawk or Animal against... I don't know how tough Phineas is, but fucking Canterbury's a stud. Corn-fed stud. I'm pretty sure those overalls are Oshkosh Bagosh. Chill out, Phineas. I think this version of the Godwins was the best one they had. Because the babyface ones were stupid. But this, they look like legit, like just farmer boys here. They're not, Phineas had the red shirt underneath and Henry had the yellow. But just with the fucking hillbilly Jim overalls and all their tats exposed and stuff, like this is a better version of them. I like this team way better than like the Harris twins or even the new Blackjacks or some of the teams that were around at that time. Like they should have given them a big heel run. But then after this, they became Southern Justice. They brought in Dirty White Boy, T.L. Hopper to be a part of their little group for a bit. But I think they could have had a nice, healthy run with the titles. Country-fied clothesline. Please refer to him as Dennis Knight. Absolutely not. He's Naked Slashinger. That's what he is. His name from now on is Naked Slashinger. Get used to it, Matt. You don't like it? Move to Cuba. Oh, he missed. I mean, for somebody who, what did they say, broke his C4 or whatever, he was back in like just a few months. If that. A few weeks. Canterbury was a talent that they should have capitalized more on. Like the Henry O. Godwin shit. Like, I remember when he came in, I was like, he is a big boy. And like people like him and Kane was the same thing. I'm like, you got somebody like Canterbury, you got somebody like Glenn Jacobs, and you make them a dentist and a hog farmer when they have so much size, so much ability to be a, like, Godwin could have been maybe not a champion, but a challenger for a babyface champion, a good one, a credible one, up there with like a Vader or something. But the gimmick was just ass. Like, I would have made him more of like a Stan Hansen type or something, or just a rough and tough, no silly-ass gimmick. Don't have to carry around a bucket of fucking slop everywhere he goes. Just a really, really tough, like, farm boy. That's what Brock was, who could pretty much go toe-to-toe in fisticuffs with anybody, And I feel like he should have been booked that way, and so should the dentist. A lot of WWE's struggles was kind of their own doing. They had marketable and capable talent there years before they finally figured it out. There's the Canadian fans back there. Brian Pillman, guys, and Marlena, they're on option 5 of the Superstar line currently, if you want to call and listen in. It's very uncensored. It's probably going to be some juicy stuff. Option 5 of the Superstar line. That's 5, option 5. Because there's options. Not option 4. Look out. Captain Lou is right there. Look at there. I didn't even see him over there. Yeah, Lou might have his sights on one of these teams. Has Lou Albano and Paul Ellering, what kind of history do they have together? I'm curious. I've never thought about those two at the same time before. Happens to me all the time. So I'm like, oh yeah, that guy and that guy. I'm like, what? I wonder how they're connected in any way, and if I can put it together. Damn, Matt Bork, you got to go to bed in 15 minutes. Where the hell you live? It's 6 o'clock here in California. That's a shame, man. We'll try to join us in other weeks. We're here every single Sunday for classic pay-per-view watch-alongs. And I got a whole back catalog of them, too, that you can watch on demand if you want to get your fix in another day. I think we're, 3.5 years deep on these watch-alongs now. Been doing it mostly every Sunday. Minus the pay-per-views and, you know. Blue ball. We probably do, on average, about 40 watch-alongs a year out of the 52 weeks. Probably miss 12 for various reasons. $37 might be more accurate there. Is he going to do the clap? Yep, the clap. I love the way to get out of a bear hug, the thing. I'm like, does that really hurt? Wouldn't it be better just to punch him if your arms are free? Like, if your arms are free, just rake his eyes. Punch him in a snot locker. There's no way, guys. There's no way that I've watched this match since the night it happened. There's no way. I would have never had a reason to turn this match on. So I have not watched this match. Last time I watched this match, I was sitting next to my two buddies in my little shitty apartment. The same apartment with that Bret Hart picture over the wall, although it wasn't hanging there yet. And I haven't seen it since. There's Hawk. Hawk with a hot tag, but not very hot. Crowd, there's 20,000 people there. What does Wikipedia have as the date or the attendance listed for this? Is it the same as WWE's claim? Yeah, 20,213. That's what they're claiming. Hawk had the neck breaker. He would do the arm wind thing first. He was all about that. Scott Hall would do this with his arm when he would, whenever you'd throw someone an Irish whip and you'd put your head down to get kicked, he would signal it with an arm thing. All right, here we go. Doomsday. Animal, you still got the strength to do this? Of course you do. Oh. Here comes Midian in from behind. And he ate the clothesline. Now they're going to do it. Try it again. Oh. They're going to spike pile drive him? That's a heel move right there. Wow. We're going to beat them. We're going to beat this guy whose neck we broke with a spike pile driver. That's nice. And I would be in the building. I would be ringside for their last hurrah when they lost. Because they're going to win the tag team titles here shortly. And then they're going to drop them on Raw right after the Survivor Series to the New Age Outlaws. I have a picture of the 3 count like I took on my disposable camera. I got to get those pictures out. I thought that was Man Mountain Rock behind JR. Yeah, we see you, lady. Stop waving. Oh my god, here they are, guys. Here they are. Here's the first schmuck. Look at the little sign he's got. A little punk. He's probably 50 years old now. 40 years old. Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at them shorts. No, guys, come on. That's not me. That's not me, guys. My ears ain't that big. Oh, look at these guys. Well, at least he gets to hang on to Sonny. Look at that. Look at the lucky guy. What is with the shorts, bruh? Like, he's way too young to be doing that with his head. I like how Sonny rubbed his head. I've been there. 52. Sonny and Sable. Indiana. Look at this guy. Patrick Stevenson. That's not me. Sonny giving him the nice massage. 13. What an idiot. He looks exactly like Steve Austin. Shut up, Todd Pettengill. Dial tone. Oh, yeah, they're this again. Damn, Sonny.
Let's see. A chance to win $1 million. Nobody's home.
Todd. Todd.
Is your phone ringing right now? Pick it up because we're calling you. Gonna give you one more ring. Nobody home. Nobody home. They just lost a chance.
Yeah, I was... Damn, they didn't answer. I was Team Sonny back in those days. When it came to Sonny or Sable, I was Team Sonny.
Don't show him.
Don't show him.
You want to hold that a little lower?
Yeah.
Stop. Why does Pettengill get all the good jobs?
I just Pettengill.
Need to get a little closer. How about me, Jersey? Whoa. All right. Now is your phone ringing?
I like how Vince frustratingly laughs. Ha 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 ha. He's probably like, God damn it, this needs to work.
All right. There we go.
And they got a coffin for some reason, and that's full of the money.
King, is that your cellular phone out here ringing?
Like, why would they put it in a coffin?
Hang up. Give me another dial tone. Sonny, how am I supposed to dial know that Mr. Pettengill will not be a fast dialing specialist in any kind. We should have got somebody smarter to do this, like an eggplant or something. I got that over. Oh, is your phone ringing? Come on.
Hello?
We're calling you.
No, it's not them. Not me. Oh, there we go.
Is Michael home?
Just a moment.
Yeah, oh, yeah, he's coming. Let me see who we're calling here. Michael! This is Todd, Sonny, Sable. We're calling. Are you watching SummerSlam right now?
Nope. He's not watching.
It's all right. It's all right.
Of course not. It's pay-per-view.
You got all the clues.
Oh.
Yeah, cable company needs a good kick in the...
This cable company don't carry it.
You get a shot at $1 million.
Where the hell does he live?
What
Are you serious? This guy's great.
pick a number between 1 and 100 for a lucky key, and Sonny's going to try it for you. Give me a number between 1 and 100.
33. I like this guy. He lives somewhere in the deep country. He's awesome. Are you serious, man?
Do it, Sonny. Let me have a big drum roll, please.
33.
For a chance at $1 million, Sonny, try that key. Michael Simmons, this could be your chance. Here we go. Do it, Sonny. The key's
I'm a very big fan of that outfit. Oh, darn. Sorry, Mike. The guy I wanted to win doesn't win. Sonny, I'm not usually a fan of body glitter, but I am today.
SummerSlam. We'll see you. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you. That guy was the best. I want to find out who that was. Anybody know him?
So would you hold this for me?
Let's have him on.
Lower. There you go.
Oh, not Sable gets to hold it this time.
Stop wiggling it. No, not the paper.
Stop wiggling it. The paper. I like how they just have to hold it on their tits. It's just so ridiculous. How many people are they calling here?
A chance at $1 million. If your phone's ringing right now. Come on. Rebecca.
Yes,
It's Todd Pettengill from the World Wrestling Federation with Sable. How are you?
I'm great.
Guess what?
What?
We're gonna give you a chance to win $1 million.
I can't believe it. Oh my gosh.
All you have to do is give me a number between 1 and 100 for a key that could open this coffin worth $1 million inside. Even if you don't win, you get a $5,000 U.S. savings bond. What's your number?
14.
14.
14.
All right, Sable. Let's try number 14.
$5,000 U.S. savings bond. Let's look up how much that's worth now.
Rebecca Cohen.
Probably 6,000.
There's the drum roll, Sable. Will this be the key? A chance at $1 million? No.
Ah, damn.
It's not gonna open. Rebecca, as we said, a $5,000 U.S.
Tough break, Rebex.
for answering your phone. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, now it's time for these little shits. Okay, let's get this.
Your chances just got better. Step on up.
This kid's been fighting back a fucking boner the whole time. You 12-year-old little shit. Sometimes they just happen when I don't want them to. He's at that age. No. Damn, Ryan. All right, let's see what Timu mic work here. Hey, look at there. There you go, buddy. Take advantage of that. You might not know it yet. God, that kid's 40 years old now. This kid's probably my age. Ah, nobody wins it. 0 for 5. Or 4. And we get the WrestleMania song for some reason, not the SummerSlam song. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, that was on. It's on the up and up, right? Which number? 3. I would have picked 3.
If you had put number 3 in, the lock would have popped, the top would have opened, and you would
Yeah, did we get a time segment on that? Holy shit. And that's really $1 million bucks, huh? In singles? God damn. If it's hundreds, it's a briefcase. Fucking arm wrestling. Ugh. The dog food. I love that it's just a yellow can that says dog food on it. Dog food is fucking disgusting. So's cat food. Any sort of wet dog or cat food, it like makes me gag. I can't even work with it. I have to like hold my face away because if I just get a whiff of it, like it just triggers, like I'll dry heave or barf. I don't know how animals eat that. Sometimes I watch Tito inhale the disgusting shit he eats. I'm like, how do you like that? It's so gross. And it's a European Championship match, you got to remember. Crazy how Bulldog had that great SummerSlam 91, but did a whole lot of losing after that. Ew. It's got like beef chunks in it. Wow, September 20th. The date of WWE's all-out counter-programming PLE. We'll grab another cold one as Shamrock comes out. I'm glad that wasn't on camera because I almost just fell down right in my own damn room over here. Just tripped over something. Wasn't the most graceful looking stumble. Oh, shit. My camera still moves on its own. It's driving me crazy. I've tried to secure it down and I cannot figure out why it's doing that. It's more of a flexible kind of rotation on the top. Now, I forgot, is it the stip in this, the loser has to eat dog food, or Bulldog has to eat dog food if he loses? No, I think the loser has to eat dog food. I remember having high expectations for SummerSlam during the build because all the Hart Foundation members had important matches, and you had all the stipulations in all of them, and then you had the Neidhart stipulation on top of that. And I feel like if all these matches were better, if they were just been pulled off more or whatever, just the execution of the pay-per-view wasn't good. And leading up to it, I'm like, this is going to be one of the coolest SummerSlams ever because of how how important the Hart Foundation faction is to the show, and how it's pretty much all of it. And it just did not come off well.
It's so unique. Shamrock trying to add to that base that he has. If I were him, I wouldn't deviate too far from it. You got a dancer with brilliant. Bulldog almost took Shamrock's head off. Yeah, judging by that dog food that was all over Shamrock last week, I'd say he hadn't quite adapted yet. Well, that's really what I mean while I'm using the histrionics and some of the competitors here at WWF use and some of their tactics outside of the ring. What is that smell? Is that the dog food?
I don't know if Shamrock was so much of a dropped ball. I would have just liked to see him there longer, you know? I feel like at the end he was kind of a drop ball a bit. He was doing some weird stuff, you know, right at the end. But, you know, in the first year or so there, he was super credible. And if he was there longer or they invested more in him, he would have been a great champion, you know? I've always said that he was the appetizer to Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. You know, we got Shamrock first to get us used to kind of having legitimate fighters in the ring on a more regular basis, and he was pretty good, but Shamrock, in my estimation, was nowhere near as good as Angle or Brock. So he was a perfect kind of warm-up for those guys. But imagine if Shamrock would have stuck around for 2 more years. He was only there 2 years. Imagine if he was there 4. That would have put him there with peak Kurt Angle or peak early Kurt Angle when he started winning championships there in 2000. You know, that would have put him there for that. And that would have been interesting. I always thought Shamrock had like the build, like the physique of like a hitman or something, you know, maybe like a mercenary or the former CIA agent who can like fucking Denzel in Equalizer, like that type of guy. Like a Jason, what's his name? Jason Statham, like that type of guy. Like if they ever did some sort of faction, you needed like a true enforcer, that would be your guy. Just standing back there all ominous, you know, because Shamrock wasn't a great talker, so he didn't have to say much. He could have just stood back there, you know, nothing cheesy with like sunglasses or anything, just standing back there, just silent, like there to take out instantly whoever comes at the leader of your group or something. I don't know. He'd be perfect in that role. Shamrock's bleeding.
Shamrock with a busted lip. That's nothing new to him. Bulldog's first SummerSlam was in 1988 with his great tag team partner in Pillman. That might be something new to it. Oh, get it, we can.
Davey, those damn I know, right? There's nothing like him. Look at Davey out there with Captain Lou, his former manager. That's kind of cool. Captain Lou was in his corner at WrestleMania 2, along with Ozzy, when they won the tag titles. Oh, he's got the steps. I miss the old commentary table days. Just straight up folding tables. And straight up folding chairs. Very uncomfortable. You always wonder if they like laid it in when they're like literally right in front of Vince, but he's always watching anyway. So Bulldog was going to go for a suplex. Shamrock thought he was going for a DDT, and you can imagine the rest. Brian, appreciate the 5. The rumor name for that September pay-per-view is not what I was expecting. The 90s live on. The only rumor name I heard is Bad Blood. They could do one night only, which would be the anniversary of that show. Is it going to be one night only? Ugh. Oh, just put it right in his face. I mean, now you got it on your hand, though. It's just as disgusting. Oh, Shamrock snapped. Shamrock. So when Shamrock would snap and go crazy like this, he wouldn't go crazy enough for me. All he would do is like belly to belly suplex people instead of like just tearing their fucking heads off. Although he is ramming Bulldog's head pretty good here. Like when you do the little thing, like it was just, I don't know, it didn't feel like that believable. That's why I say he was just the perfect little warm-up for the Angles and the Brocks, who would really bring the intensity. And when they snapped, you could feel it. And you were legitimately scared for your life. Shamrock didn't give me that same effect. And look, he's got a half wedgie here. He's a mess. He's like, I'm just going to choke him out and kill him. And now I've got dog food on my face that I'm rubbing in his hair. Ew, over the limit. Ugh. I kind of hope it is over the limit. Because that's just a good reason not to watch. Well, Shamrock is... Did the referee, like, reverse the decision or anything here? Because this happens to Shamrock a lot. Over the limit sucks. Oh, okay, so thanks for that 5, Ryan. According to WrestleVotes, it's WrestlePalooza, the old ECW pay-per-view name. WrestlePalooza, okay. WrestlePalooza. It's going to be funny hearing Brock and Cena builder match this Sunday at WrestlePalooza. It's not going to sound right. This big, huge match. All right, let's do a agent check there. We got Pat Patterson, Tony Gurria, Gerald, Dave Hebner, Dave and Earl, both in the ring right now. Oh, and Pat's going to get suplexed. Boom. Look at Briscoe. Up, take 1, 2, Briscoe. The Stooges. Jack Doan's going to have one. Enjoy. Who else? Kyoto? Yeah, Kyoto. Yeah, you gotta. Well, you have to. You can't be suplexing people and see Mike Kyoto and then spare him. You absolutely have to do Mike Kyoto. Tony Gurria got spared. A little bit too old at this point in 97 to be taking bumps, I guess. That's a bummer. Wish we had Rene Goulet out there. Pat selling. Jerry's selling. Fans are loving it. Vlad's loving it in the front row. Shamrock still with the half wedgie. There's a letter in his mailbox, and he does not care. Fans are loving it. Shamrock's over right here. I loved his little screams. They were cute. I just think, I liked Shamrock. I was a massive Shamrock fan. Met him a couple times. Like him. But I just think Brock would have eaten him for fucking lunch. As good as Shamrock was, Brock was 10 times more impressive to me. Early Brock. If this Shamrock would have ran into 2002 or 2003 Brock, that would have been the end of the line for old Kenny. Sean.
Will you put your entire career on the line just to get even with Bret the Hitman Hart.
You know, I don't know how many times I have to address this. There is nothing between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Anything that was once there was settled last year at WrestleMania when I beat him. I'm here.
Shawn's awesome. It was settled last year at WrestleMania when I beat him.
Unbiased, fair referee, and nothing will get past the keen eye of Shawn Michaels. You know what I mean? I'm serious.
Nothing's going to get past his keen eye.
Going to call it right down the middle. We'll find out.
I for one doubt that very seriously. Shawn is a very emotional individual and is very easily carried away. We got dog food all over this place.
Look at Lawler with the dog food. That's nasty. If that's real, I would not want to smell that shit as I'm trying to call the rest of the show.
Shamrock went back to his roots. This is not about the Shamrock style. We talked about his style being a little bit different. Shamrock's got to stick with his style. That's what brought him to the dance. But the bottom line is he's got to get himself under a little bit of emotional control, or he's going to have a very short career here in the WWE. He needs to get himself some psychiatric help. There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse for what he did to everybody in that ring.
Yeah, I kind of forgot how good that was. Like, I remember the dog food. I remember him snapping, but I kind of forgot that he suplexed the whole damn backstage. So I think that's kind of cool. All right, this paper. Oh, this. We have to do this. God, they were doing this shit every week. Faction warfare, yeah. Oh, I always liked, I saw Miguel Perez, I think, right? I saw Miguel Perez wrestle a bunch of times in person. His hairiness was the best. And I don't remember what any of the Bariqua's names were. I only remember Savio and Miguel. Who are the other ones? I forgot who the other Bariquas were. There they are. Who else is there? No, that's not. That's the Nation.
Former Nation member Savio Vega founded Los
There we go.
Bariquas and acts as their leader. But what will happen when all four members of Los Bariquas
I forgot who these guys were.
compete against each other? Their history offers
I only remember Miguel. I'm starting to lose my memory. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Jesus was Oh, he wrestled too. Oh, I'm starting to remember. Is it Jesus Castillo? And who is the other dude? Miguel Perez, man. That's just... Jose Estrada. Miguel Perez. And, okay, Jesus Castillo. Okay. It was starting to come. I would have gotten there. It just would have... You got to retrieve that from the hard drive, and it takes a while to fire it up. Sooner or later, hopefully before our lifetime is over, we'll be able to kind of pull the footage from our brains. There will be an AI tool that will do that. If you have a memory, you can project it onto something and watch that memory. That'll be generated from the neurons in your brain and stuff. Probably be an app for it on your phone. Just think about what you want to see, and then you think, and then it shows up on your fucking phone. We will get there. Probably before any of us die. Look at Tito Santana. Carlos Cabrera getting the love there from the Bariquas.
tenacious competitors, are they not, Jim? They certainly are. They got a great togetherness. They are extremely proud, and I think as they should be, of their Puerto Rican heritage. Savio Vega,
I don't, yeah, Ahmed was in and out of the Nation pretty quick, so he might have still been there by the time SummerSlam arrived, but he was out soon, if he's not out already. I don't remember. I remember when they kicked him out, though. Ahmed, what fucking downfall. I feel like Ahmed, like I said, Shamrock, Kenny was the appetizer to Angle and Brock. Ahmed was the appetizer to Goldberg. I think Goldberg turned out to be what WWE wanted Ahmed to be. But Ahmed, God, I think he was off to a good start. I had my hopes up, man. They needed somebody so bad, and I liked him. I was like, oh, this guy's going to be awesome. And then, shit the bed. Sucks. No, Rock, Juliet, I think he's about to, though. I think Rock's going to show up real soon. He's definitely there by... Yeah, I think he's... It might be tomorrow night on Raw. Juliet, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Monday after this. The next night is when he showed up. Oh, final. Okay, it was a week after. Gotcha, Fox Star. That was probably a taping then. They did that in a taping?
I don't think the New York City SWAT team can control this one. And right now, the DOA, all that's down about 6-6 each.
6-6 each. Fucking Brian Lee. Check it out, Brian Lee in a SummerSlam ring. Things were quite different last time he was in one of these. I didn't think about that. I kind of completely didn't dawn on me till just now in 2025 that fake Undertaker actually had 2 SummerSlam matches. That's kind of cool.
Superstar indeed. Jose is taking a pummeling now. There we go. Jose driving, scroll down and
Boy, this is a piss break match. I have no idea what conversations were being had in the living room at the time when I was watching this with my friends, but I doubt we were paying attention much to this. I remember when we went to shows, the fans would always chant, "Shave your back," at Miguel Perez. Like, shave your everything. What are you talking about, back? I think they're chanting it now, actually. But I don't know why. I just happened to, just by coincidence, happened to catch him live a lot back in the 90s. I was like Miguel Perez. So Jose Estrada, is he the guy in Chips? Like the motorcycle guys, like the TV show when I was a kid? I think Jose Estrada is one of them. So you got one of the Chips guys and the Bariquas. There ain't no finesse. I can see Estrada's tighty whities through his gear. Oh, it was his brother Eric. That's right. It was his brother, not him. I mean, this to me at the time was just filler in their show. Like, I never gave a shit about any of this stuff with the Bariquas, the DOA, or the Nation. I did not care. And, like, even when WWE started winning in the ratings and stuff in 98, you go back and watch those Raws, it was... Who's coming here? Oh, the Nation. It was weak. Yeah, there's Ahmed right there. Look how good he looks. Like, the roster was weak. It wasn't until, like, 99. Then you get Big Show there. Then you get Jericho there. Then in 2000, you get Taz there. Then the Radicals are there. And then, boom. And then by then, you're also at the same time making stars. And then it was like, holy crap. You went from a roster that was ass to a roster that was incredible in just a short amount of time because of circumstances. Yeah, and it's only Timmy White, too. There's nobody else. And now the Nation's out there at ringside. Like, why didn't you just put all three of these teams in a Battle Royal cell block? That's what they should have done. They were all about the gimmick matches, right? Boiler Room Brawls, fucking Mountie went to jail, right? Why didn't they make a cell block match? Or, I don't know, like a Gen Pop match, whatever the fuck you call it, and have all these guys brawl in like a prison cafeteria area. And have all the prisoners inside their cells banging on the cells. Why didn't they do that? Or maybe a prison yard match would have been better. Do it outside in the daytime, it wouldn't look good though. But he did either a prison yard match or like a cell block A match or something like that where they're just brawling. And all the prisoners are cheering him on, hooting and hollering. Might not be that exciting though because they can't really get their hands on that many weapons. There's nothing to really... Prisoners aren't allowed to have any. So you're going to have to get creative. You can't pick up the chairs or nothing because they're all cemented to the floor. You'd have to find the right prison. That would have been awesome if, like, they actually, in an alternate universe, they actually did that. They use a real prison to film this. They use my idea having prisoners behind the thing where they, hey, all of them get $100 on their books if they just bang on the door for effect when we're doing this match and filming this match in your prison, and then you donate some money to the prison to allow them you to film there. While you're filming the brawl, let's say some guys have some weapons or something, and one guy gets hit with something, and a little piece of sharp metal lands on the floor and slides underneath the cell door of a prisoner. He finds it, he hides it. 2 months later, he breaks out of prison with it and escapes and goes on a killing spree. Like, that's a movie. I just came up with a whole movie plot during Bariquas and what's their names? DOA. Oh my God. That was a very strong press slam by Brian Lee there. That was very impressive. I will give him credit. Oh. Change just nailed Ahmed. Oh, that was bad for Ahmed. That was only bad for Ahmed. Brian Lee was completely protected. I think that was an attempt at a Pearl River plunge, I guess. That he did, but he usually does it in double underhook. And the Bariquas are going to steal a victory. Lee did not even get injured on that. Don't show a replay of that because it was horrible. So I always thought the Pearl River Plunge was double underhook into like the sit-down power bomb. He just looked like he was going to pile drive him, and then he just sat down on his own ass and cracked his own tailbone on the concrete while Brian Lee came away unscathed. Yeah, good. Go back to South Bronx. And whatever you do, don't go East Bronx. And now we've got this big brawl. Oh, Jesus, Crush. He's got his motorbike, and he's going to run people over. With that cycle. That's very dangerous. Yeah, this was a whole lot of I don't give a shit back then. Even then, I didn't care about any of this. Didn't care about either of the factions at all. It just wasn't an interesting part of the show to me. Like, I didn't care. Oh, man, here's the match, guys.
Canadian Stampede. I was the man who beat Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Owen got the pin on him. At Canadian Stampede, I forgot. He was a perfect guy to get that pin, too.
I was the man who beat Stone Cold Steve Austin. I can wrestle him. I was the man that pinned his shoulders to the mat.
It's just Owen repeating, I'm the man who pinned him. I'm the man who pinned him. I pinned him. I pinned his shoulders to the mat. I won. I pinned him. You should run for president. Very smart. Very smart. Everybody knows how smart I am. The way he was, we popped. We popped when Austin was given the finger through the handcuffs. Oh, my God. I remember laughing. Austin was so great during this time, like before he won the title. His little panties.
The odds are that I can beat Stone Cold Steve Austin. I've beat him twice before, and with my Intercontinental title on the line, I can guarantee I can beat him again.
I'll kiss his ass if I can't kick it, and that's the way it's gonna be. You better pucker up, son, because at SummerSlam, you're gonna kiss my ass.
I loved Owen when he spoke. He was just so, I feel like deliberately awkward. He just had funny things to say sometimes. He's like me, though. I can kind of get ahead of myself when I'm speaking, and I start saying words, two words later, too early. And, you know, Owen with the kick your leg out of your leg and all that stuff. But he always just had a funny way of, like, constructing sentences. And they just tickled me. He was so entertaining to me. I loved the dry kind of humor that he had at times. And sometimes I couldn't tell if he was being deliberately weird or if he just came off that way, but it was funny. Owen's over there messing with the buckle pad. Michael Cole. Kiss his backside, guys. Get the fuck out of my way, Michael Cole, you little prick. Yeah. Yeah, you stupid fucking bow tie. Yeah, get the hell out of here. God, that Michael Cole, man. The nerve of him. He just started. He's all up in your grill. God, that guy. Ugh. I think I just caught Bruce there at the table. Here comes Austin. I was loving watching his rise at this time. This was a lot of fun to watch unfold. He was just getting over. He was very cool to like. I had my Austin's 316 t-shirt by this point. I still had it. And it's just so fun. It's just how crazy how things can change just at a moment's notice. This is where I felt like WWE had momentum going in their direction. Austin on the rise. Brett getting the belt back. Him and Shawn's real-life feud kind of being brought in front of the camera. And WWE developing personalities that are starting to compete with the overness of the NWO. Oh, and Owen attacks. And then you have the pile driver here. And then next month, Vince wants out of the contract. A couple weeks later, Brian Pillman dies. A month later, screw job. I mean, and then Mike Tyson. And it changed again. The business took 2 drastic turns just like 3 months apart. Austin was still very quick, very agile in these days. He would kind of... Oh, there's the Thez press. I feel... Is this sped up? Am I watching it? It feels like the video is a tiny bit sped up. I'm not imagining that, right? God. But this is the final match of Austin being able to work like this until he had that surgery and he got a little better. Started resembling this Austin a little bit more. Tito's on the move. Hey, buddy. Oh, that did not work, Owen. But, I mean, Austin winning the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. Imagine if the pile driver didn't happen. Imagine if we got the regular finish that we were supposed to get in this match. It would probably go down as one of the biggest SummerSlam matches ever because of what it meant for Austin. It would be his stepping stone. It would be his SummerSlam 91, the way it was for Brett when Brett beat Perfect. This would have been like his moment. And he would still have his moment at WrestleMania, granted, and everything, but I just wish that it's one of my biggest wishes that I could fix. And both of them center around Owen, you know. Wish I could have kept him alive. And I wish this pile driver didn't happen. Austin might have been in the ring until 2008, you know. There you go. Good on Austin for having that scout. Owen, that's beautiful that that move that Owen did, but he does it in every fucking match. And so Austin thumbed him. I can relate to that, JR. Hey, you should be on camera, buddy. There we go. Now he wants to leave. Surge, I have no idea. Brett describes it as Owen just feeling weird about it, or just maybe not really thinking that he should. And I don't think he was being deliberately disrespectful, but it was, most people felt that it should have occurred to Owen to give him a call, considering that's kind of standard procedure in situations like that, and the fact that he didn't, I guess it kind of bothered Austin. It always bothered Austin. But in the grand scheme of things, that's a minor thing. Should Owen have called Austin? Yes. I'm curious. I'm surprised he didn't too. Owen's a stand-up dude. It's not like he has a reputation of being an asshole or anything like that, or have any sort of other past history of disrespect in any way. Everybody liked and respected Owen. So I think it was just maybe an oversight, or maybe just a lack of judgment or common sense, or just an error, just a mental error. Should have called him. That's all you really had to do. So his crime is not calling him. His crime is not trafficking a woman or fucking your friend's wife and then talking about what a racist you are afterwards. This is just something he should have done. He should have called him. And if he would have, all probably would have been fine. Ouch. Oh, Owen's going to bite the middle finger off. Oh. The bird in the hand. What's that, JR? I don't know, King. There's the stun gun. Feels like the crowd audio is out of whack, but clothesline over the top. It's a fun match. I've never really gone back and watched it before because it's just too many bad memories. Yeah, Austin gave the toast the night Owen died. He was really the only one to do it, though. He was kind of the face of the company. You couldn't have Vince out there because he was so closely attached to the scrutiny of his death. And the rest of the Harts were in WCW, he was just the guy to send out there, I love that move by Owen, that belly to belly he does off the ropes. He's been perfecting that one since the Calgary days. Big elbow. Doggone funny, IWC believes Austin was bitter and he sabotaged Owen's harness. He did not call Austin. Yeah. I don't know if you're being sarcastic there or not, but the IWC, as dumb as they are not Austin sabotaged Owen's harness dumb. So whatever website you're reading that on, or site or anything, must be like back up, smile, and call dial 911 in your pocket level crazy.
Austin must mount an offense here. Holding his neck and somewhat of a telegraph maneuver that indeed.
Oh, God. Pre-pile driver Austin. He was fun. Oh, the way they spit when they take bumps. It's just so nasty. The spitting.
Has almost drawn a bullseye on Austin's neck, and he's shooting for it. Here we go with a cover. And barely again a kick out of Stone Cold. Then he'll draw a bullseye right on his big old gluteus maximus. Stone Cold has to pucker up, kiss it. And again, Stone Cold saying that he's man enough to do it. And he is. I think Owen's man enough to let him. Let's go, Austin.
Boom. Rolled through it. We've got to be coming up close to the pile driver here soon. Let's do it in the next couple of minutes. Oof.
But the real story here may be Austin Smith after the German suplex.
Camel clutch.
Wow, look at this. Camel clutch. Shades of the iron sheik. More damage done to the neck. What a tremendous matchup. Well, Bret Hart could not get Stone Cold to give up at WrestleMania in the sharpshooter. Let's see here now.
The Legacy of Stone Cold Steve Austin DVD. This match is on it. Do I have that?
Give up in the camel clutch. Give up, pucker.
I got it somewhere.
I want to see it so bad. I want to see Owen get to moon the entire nation. That'll be so good. You want to see one man kiss another man's behind, King? I want to see Stone Cold have to eat his words. Austin back to his feet, driving the elbow now.
Yeah, I feel like this is the pile driver here. Coming up.
Stone Cold with a right hand.
Is this it? Right here?
Gonna set up Owen Hart for the ride. From the other side,
Nope.
and look out.
DDT.
Owen Hart underhooked the neck. Drop Austin down. That could be all right here. And that could do it. Two in. Barely a kick out. Well, he ain't the toughest SOB in the WWF for nothing. That's not a PR slogan.
You know, I think about this match as such a huge disappointment because I'm only thinking about what transpired after the pile driver. But up until that point, this is a great match.
And Owen,
It's just hard to enjoy it, you know?
Austin.
It's just one of the more unfortunate situations in WWE. They're just so lucky they didn't lose Austin, and they were still able to capitalize on him and his popularity and have him be champion and whatnot. But I really feel like if this wouldn't have happened, things would have been so much different.
Indeed. Brian Pillman will wear a dress tomorrow night on Raw.
Brian Pillman will wear a dress.
Tomorrow night on Raw from Pennsylvania. And here we go.
Sleeper. Another sleeper. Oh, jawbreaker. Ouch.
A jaw jacker.
Jaw jacker. I love it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin with the advantage at the moment. Let's see what the rattlesnake has in his arsenal now. Austin is a wounded rattlesnake, but he shows no surcease. He shows no backing up. No what? And for that matter, give credit to
No what?
Owen as well. Two tenacious combatants going at it into a cover to count and got him. Well, very few people outside the Hart family can talk about multiple victories over Steve Austin. So that's an elite group that Owen and his brother Brett are in. And Owen Hart put pressure on the neck of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Owen Hart riding.
Austin might be calling the fucking pile driver spot right there. He just told Owen what to do.
Success in the WWF. Also a tag team champion right now today. Both men have been king of the ring. Both men have won Slammies. Look at Owen.
Is Owen dragging him?
What do you mean? What's he doing? Just watching. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing, positioning himself right over to the rope.
I always think it's weird, like, how that even works. Like, why would that fucking matter?
You're gonna have both shoulders, King. This week. Both shoulders.
This week, the rules are both shoulders need to be on the mat.
Then Owen's pipes are coming down. And then we're gonna get to see the kick. There is a sea of Austin.
What Owen just told him. Hopefully, it probably was, hey, in a minute, I'm going to try something a little different, okay? What? Just trust me. It's going to be fine. Just go with it, Steve. God damn it. All right, I trust you. You're a Hart. I feel like this is the pile driver. This is definitely it. Yeah, this is it.
Let's see what Austin can do with Heyman. No. How about that? Save for the Undertaker. Austin front row in his head. And how much more punishment can Austin survive?
God, it's the worst watching that.
Don't waste time, Owen. Just pin him.
And I remember watching this that night. We were like, what the fuck?
Owen Hart. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And he can't fucking move at all. In 2025, trainers, medical staff would already be in the ring. This match would be over. You know, Vince knows he's hurt.
Legs are moving. He may have suffered a stinger there. A couple of bodies seem to be moving some.
And Owen, like, he looks legitimately concerned, but he's still got to play the heel here. Austin's moving a little now. But he probably just feels like all kinds of shit. And this is why WWE, you know, back then, they just couldn't not go with their finish. They should have just found a way to just call the match. Look at this. I just remember being like, what? That looked like shit. That was so embarrassing. Like, you got a guy who just clearly got injured and you're going to put the belt on him? All you had to do was just call the match off. Have the referee call it off. Then on TV, to protect Austin, you can come out and have him yell at the referee, I didn't want you to call the match off. Austin, I had to. World Wrestling Federation rules state that if you land like that, we have to. And then he wouldn't have been Intercontinental Champion. You wouldn't have to forfeit the belt again. Like, just call the match. He didn't even have to win here.
Austin is writhing in pain.
I mean, Austin claims, like, the stipulation. Like, fuck the stipulation. You didn't lose if the referee just calls the match off. You know, unless they award the match to Owen. I mean, the fact that he's even on his feet. He's got that belt. He can barely even. Jeez. God. Let's see that pile driver. No, let's not see it. Yeah, I mean, Austin is being helped out by referees, which is not characteristic of Austin, you know. Oh. Show it nice and slow. King's such a... Oh, my God. And, like, why are they showing a replay of this? JR is trying to cover for it. I think Owen was just surprised. Like, he literally allowed himself to get pinned. It was just... All of that was so bad. Man. I don't know if he was out for that long. I remember watching it live. I don't know if they edited that down at all or shaved it down. They might have. But I don't remember it being as long as 5 minutes. I think they kind of just went to the finish as soon as Austin was able to start moving around. Because if he was out for longer than 5 minutes, they would have definitely called, even in 97, they would have called the match off. You would have had to if he's paralyzed. But the fact that he got moving pretty quick is why they kept the match going. So I don't think he was out for 5 minutes. I have the, we can check ourselves. I have the original recording. We can time it. The most awesome.
The World Wrestling Federation stands in Bret Hart's way. A phenom whose tenacity and vengeance has overcome every obstacle faced. A man who proudly carries the torch of distinction, the WWF title. But in the largest spectacle of the summer, the Hitman will confront much, much more.
I remember that night, Shawn coming back and being like, I'm going to be the ref. I was pretty surprised. Because I was thinking Shawn wanted out. And then all of a sudden he's back. That's why I think Shawn made a deal with the devil in the summer of 97 that led to that screw job. My conspiracy theory is after Bret and Shawn got in that fight in Connecticut, like after the King of the Ring, and Shawn wanted to go to WCW in the unsafe working environment, Vince got a hold of him, sat him down, and said, just give me some time. I'm going to choose you. I'll get Bret out of here. Just come back and trust that he's going to be gone in just a few months. That's what I think happened. Then all of a sudden, Shawn's back and willing to work with Bret. Mr. Unsafe Working Environment is now working in a storyline with Bret. Oh, yeah, and the Patriot beat him. It's The Undertaker.
In the biggest WWF title match of the year, pride, power, and conflict will rule. If the dark side prevails.
I mean, on paper, I loved this whole piece of business here. Undertaker versus Bret Hart with Shawn as the referee.
That possibility will become reality.
And yes, there you see the Stridex airship looking down upon this capacity crowd, some 20,000 plus here, ladies and gentlemen, jam-packing the arena. It reminds me of JR, full of hot air. Knock it off. And again, we do not have an update on Stone Cold's condition, but he is hurt and apparently hurt.
Hell yeah, Ajax. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for a year. Still going strong. Glad you're up and synced up right before the main event here. Perfect timing.
And that focus of the neck will get you an update as soon as we're available.
You guys seem real concerned about that. Poor old Henry Godwin had his neck snapped by the Legion of Doom. Y'all don't even seem to care about that.
And speaking of
No, that's not it at all. All right.
the next matchup,
I love their bickering.
about his own career, and obviously also cares in a negative way as it relates to the Hitman Bret Hart. What sort of emotion is Shawn Michaels feeling as a guest referee?
Are you kidding me? Shawn Michaels' ego is so big that it's got its own zip code, man. All he cares about is what his hair looks like out here tonight. And you know what? Speaking of The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, I mean, he's so full of himself. When he goes to a funeral, he's upset because he's not the corpse. He wants to be the center of attention. And tonight, some kind of way, he will manage to be
Oh, shut up,
the center
Lawler.
of attention in this match.
And the Hitman Bret Hart said he didn't mean it literally, but he meant it figuratively when he stated that he would never wrestle again in the United States if he didn't win the WWF Championship. I'm sure he is regretting that comment.
Yeah, well, Bret was already kind of speaking out a little bit, so it felt like things just weren't.
Doesn't leave this arena, ladies and gentlemen, tonight.
I don't think Bret was happy with the way things were going, and Vince wasn't happy with the way things were going either. And so,
Last match ever in the United States.
if Vince is trying to think long term, he saw more years probably in Shawn Michaels because Shawn was younger. But Bret would wind up wrestling longer because Shawn would be done after WrestleMania, which is just wild to think about. So here's early August. So we're talking 7 months from now, Brett and Shawn are both gone. That's just insanity. Probably made Vince's life a little easier, I guess. And here comes Brett, out to win number 5. Yeah, that's a good point about Taker being a part of this, too. At least in terms of the match, Brett and Shawn were going to behave themselves. Especially Shawn, because Taker is there. And I think at the time, Taker had Brett's respect far more than he had Shawn's, or had respect for Brett far more than he had for Shawn. Are we going to get the Canadian? Stand back. You can't stand back in your chair. All those people in the... Where are they going to stand back to, Brett?
I just want to dedicate this match to all my fellow Canadians, all my fans all over the world that feel the same way as I do about America and Americans. This is for you.
It's for you, for all you people that feel that way about Americans. It's for me.
To be played.
Brett very serious with the Canadian national anthem. Everyone must listen. I'm unaffected by the Canadian national anthem or the American national anthem. No wonder this pay-per-view is almost 3 hours long. Christy Todd Whitman. You got Todd Pettengill using the phone for 20 minutes. You got 2 national anthems being played. And you still have an Undertaker entrance, which that alone, I believe, is clocked at about 19 minutes. So, yeah.
Well, some of the fans are respectful, and most of them are not. The Red Hart's request. And again, it's not so much as the Patriots say.
All right. Referee out second, as is tradition. Most referees come out right after the challenger with music and pyro. It's normally how you do it. Referees, of course, prefer to be sleeveless. Is Shawn really going to twirl in the ring to his pyro? That one move of his. And Shawn is on his way to being a heel here. I remember one of the most interesting parts of Wrestling with Shadows, there was a clip of Brett and Pat Patterson talking in the ring before Raw. And they're talking about the finish. And Brett's like, or Pat asked Brett, like, do you have any idea, like, what the finish is? And Brett says, like, all I know is that Shawn is going to cost Taker the match. And he's like, is Shawn going to be a heel then? And Pat's like, I guess. And Brett's like, that's going to cause problems for me. And that's why, like, that thing with Vince, you know, I think Vince and Shawn had a little secret rendezvous, if you will. Or things were discussed and what to do about Brett. This is the first time he's ever reffed a match, Shawn Michaels. That's cool.
And I don't think there's any way that Shawn Michaels can be unbiased.
Ooh, Nestle Crunch replay. I haven't had a Nestle Crunch in a while. I kind of want one now. Order me a case of them things on Amazon or something. Rip through 20 of them and then never eat them again. Kit Kat and Nestle Crunch when I was a kid, they would come in like foil. I missed the foil. Now everything's just the same. I missed the foil. 328. Yeah, the DX chop was an evolution. Because the NWO, Nash and Hall started doing the thing in the NWO. And then I think Shawn and Triple H started doing it a little bit. And then they ended up crossing the hands. But it originated from the NWO doing that. So I think it started in the NWO, I believe, and then made its way over to the rest of the clique in WWE. And then they had their own spin on it with the little X. Get it, DX. Yeah, I think I'd like to go back to 1987 and eat a Nestle Crunch. Maybe not today. Yeah, maybe Sean Wall. I don't know who did it first. Yeah, but I think it was like more of an NWO WCW thing. So it might have been Waltman. But WWE was always on that type of shit late to the party. Late on the hardcore wrestling, late on the cruiserweights. You know, by the time they decided to sign Taka and started light heavyweight division, WCW had signed everybody. So everything just WWE's behind the trends, you know. Like they say here in the U.S., you know, the trends start in California and just move east. WWE was about as far east as you can get, you know, and they just were always late. I like how Brett's startled by the Undertaker pyro. It's like, fuck, man. I've been close to the ring in these days during the Undertaker and Kane's pyro. They're both loud, and Kane specifically is hot. He's so Taker's still doing the little teardrop, huh? Undertaker, for someone who hates gay stuff, he does a lot of gay stuff. And this is going to be a WrestleMania to SummerSlam title run for Taker here. The ever-popular WrestleMania to SummerSlam run happens to the best of champions. Sean's like, I got to check you. I got to feel you up, Brett. Taker, come here. Let me feel your crotch. What? Here's my shoe. Sean. God, they loved Mills Lane, didn't they? They were always name-dropping him. He made a few appearances for WWE, too. Did he die? Mills Lane? There's that wingy. God, that thing's beautiful. Wow, Brett. I didn't realize Brett. Yeah, Brett is Mr. SummerSlam, isn't he? So he went 8-1 all time at SummerSlam, 9-1 all time at SummerSlam. Do I have that right for Brett? He didn't win. No, wait, that's not right. He had to have lost in 98 or 88. I feel like he lost in 88 to Demolition. Oof. I think he lost at 93 too, because didn't they reverse the decision with Lawler? I think JR's making that up. He's a fibber.
And the Undertaker introducing Bret Hart to the railing on the outside.
Oh, Brainbusters in 88? You might. I thought Demolition and Hart's worked 2 SummerSlams. I think they worked Demolition because I think Jimmy Hart was like had just turned, or they just turned on Jimmy, and he was out there with Mr. Fuji in the corner of Demolition. I think so. I think they wrestled Demolition. I don't remember what happened in 89. Oh yeah, 89 was Busters. You're right. It was Harts and Busters in 89. Yeah. That's what it was. And I think they lost to them too. Lost to the Busters. They should have spelled it with an AZ at the end, like the Brain Busters. That would have been awesome. Yeah, this not wrestling in the United States shit was so stupid. Yo, Taker came back with the teardrop after Buried Alive in 96. I think the teardrop was there before Kane was revealed to be alive. Because that didn't happen until just recently. And I think Taker had the teardrop because he had Buried Alive, he got buried alive, and then he came back at the Survivor Series at Madison Square Garden with that like Batman gimmick, and he came down with all that leathery shit, and I'm pretty sure the teardrop was there for that. I think. Something was on his face. Maybe it was a little set of cock and balls. I don't know. But something was on his face. Maybe Dom. Dom was written right there. Or TT for Terror Twins.
Not even an ear fall there. And by the way, we can confirm that Stone Cold Steve Austin, unfortunately, has been taken to the hospital.
Little update on Austin there. Heading to the medical facility.
As a result, I suppose, of the pile driver, but I think it was an accumulation of a number of things coming into the pile driver.
No, it wasn't Vince. It was the pile driver.
Had a devastating
Vince is trying to act like it wasn't the pile driver. It was the pile driver. It was 100% the pile driver.
difficulty in walking and difficulty in feeling his hands and all. He was lost feeling in his hands.
Oh. Vince is having to deliver this message, and he's helpless behind the headset. He can't go back there and be like, what the fuck? He's got to just be sitting there trying to call the rest of this pay-per-view, hoping that his future hasn't just been jeopardized here. It is still light out, by the way, here, so you can see the light out my back window there. Still daytime here in San Diego. I think the teardrop went away once we started getting into 98.
Not able to avoid that contact. Again, those hammering blows
Yeah, I know, JR. No wasted motion. We know. Y'all love to say that. And usually when they say that, I see the motherfuckers wasting all sorts of motion. Look at all that motion he's wasting. The Paul Bunyan. That's Brett. Pardon me while I check what time one of my favorite takeout places closes, because I got a planned dinner.
I think Bret Hart would like to emulate the match that Owen had, with the exception of the outcome. Bret now focusing on the left knee of the Undertaker. No doubt with
Okay, we're good.
visions of sharpshooters dancing in his head. And Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels beginning to
Thank you, Zombie Fighter. 7-4 at SummerSlam. JR said, what, 8-1 or something like that? So he's only lost once to his brother, Davey Boy? Is that what he tried to say there? I'm like, wait a second. That's horseshit. Unless I misheard JR. That's also possible.
certainly a different speaker. We have seen the Undertaker focus on Bret's lower back, and now Bret focusing on the Undertaker's knees. And what we suspected might happen here if Bret had the opportunity. Remember, Bret Hart is looking for the sharpshooter. And again, tremendous controversy in this matchup. Controversy in that WWE officials
Mr. the SummerSlam. I love that.
well, they put into contract form what he was stating verbally. He would never wrestle in the United States again unless he walked from SummerSlam as the WWF champion. That was bad enough.
And it was weird, too, when Shawn got announced as the referee. Remember right after that, Brett, like, stormed the ringside area and, like, got all up in Vince's face and was like, they were, like, having a scuffle. That was so weird to me. And I just felt like at the time, watching as a fan, like, things are getting different with Vince. Like, everybody knows he's the owner, and now they're starting to slowly show you that, little bits at a time. And it's about to get real crazy here in a few months, starting at the Survivor Series. And Vince is only down to a few more weeks of commentary left, and he'd never be behind the announce desk again. He's just a sexy ref. Sexy ref. Oh, here comes Fat Paul Bear. Hideous. They're always just so derogatory. Hideous, fat walrus, ape. They were just relentless with Paul Bear. He looked weird having the blonde hair back after all those years. I did not know that Paul Bear came out during this match.
If it is true, if Kane, Undertaker's brother, does live, do you think we might see him here?
It's all over. It's all over.
Coming down to the ringside area. When indeed Undertaker was in trouble, but now
You know, Brett and Taker's matches were never great. They had a long-ass fucking one at the Royal Rumble in 96 as well. I watched that on pay-per-view. I remember I just moved out of my parents' house a couple months before that, out on my own for the first time at 18 years old. But I didn't have pay-per-view capabilities in my apartment where I lived, so I came home and came over for dinner that Sunday and stayed over and ordered the pay-per-view on my parents' TV and watched it and taped it, and then left and took the tape home and leftovers with me. Thanks, Mom. Oh. Get your ass out of here. Finally, Paul Bear's gone. I think Brett and Taker worked one of those UK pay-per-views too. I don't know if I ever saw the match, but I doubt it was great. Maybe it was. Ugh. That ring post figure 4, if done right, does look like it hurts like shit. Like if you do it right. Don't you dare. You're going to go to blows. Oh, look at here. Pillman and Owen are out here now. I didn't remember anybody being at ringside at all for this. We've already had Paul Bearer and now Owen and Pillman. Dress wearing, without the dress, though. That'll be tomorrow. I also think that tomorrow night on Raw is when they introduce Sergeant Slaughter as the new commissioner. I think. We Are Pro Wrestling can correct my math on that. Oh, one night only. They worked one night only. Okay. No, Vince was on commentary the night after Bad Blood, because that was when Shawn and Hunter played the curtain call on the Titantron, and Vince was on commentary for that. So he was there up until, I think, Survivor Series. Unless that was his last night too, but the night after Bad Blood, he was definitely on commentary because he also interviewed Melanie Pillman that night, which was awful. Like, it's hard to see what move they're even doing, but it's Brett. Leg submission on Taker. Oh, final pay-per-view. Oh, yeah. You're right about that. Final PPV. Man, it's weird. Vince would never come back at all. Taker's going to take these guys out. Out Owen and Pillman. Pillman no-sold that. Pillman no-sold all of that. Pillman and Shawn, that would have been a fun program with a healthy Pillman. Uh-oh. Oh, it was a pretty good choke slam on Brett there. Shawn. Shawn, you moron. I'm the law. Now he's got to count. Undertaker or Shawn continuing, he's showing him the t-shirts like Wayne and Garth showing the backstage passes. I'm a referee. Yeah, we know, Shawn. We are fully aware of your job in this match. Rams Taker into the ropes. No. Tonight's loss to Mick Foley Triple H had long since paid for the curtain call. That was a very short punishment. Lasted about 6 weeks on TV. That's it. Yeah, that's not the cleanest looking SummerSlam banner. I'm usually really jealous of the banners, like I want them, but I don't want that one. It's all wrinkled. Oh yeah, Melanie Pillman's weird as hell, you know, and she being on there was weird enough. Being even willing to do that and was just so awkward. But WWE even wanting to have her on there would be so weird. Or was so weird. I think it was just an attempt for ratings and just using Pillman's death for that reason. And I don't know what Melanie's reason was. Probably nothing good. Probably something selfish. Double bird. God, he hits that so perfectly, doesn't he? That middle rope elbow. He's so precise with it. DDT. Oh, nice. You can almost sense it. Yeah, you can sense it, JR. Oh, do me a favor. If anybody hasn't hit the thumbs up since we're all here in the main event, thumbs up this video and the main event. Thanks. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so Vince clarified it a little bit. I might have been wrong about that. So apparently the clause was that, yeah, it's more specifically towards the Undertaker. Like, you can't show favoritism towards Undertaker. I was thinking that the ruling was, or the stip was, if you didn't call it down the middle, you can't wrestle in the U.S. And so when Shawn hits Taker with a chair, to me, that's not calling it down the middle. But I think the stip is more to protect Brett and Shawn showing Taker any favoritism, which if you hit him with a chair, you're clearly not showing him favoritism. So I think that's why Shawn survived. a suspension or a banning, a U.S. ban. Either that or you have to put a huge tariff on him. Oh, Brett got caught again. Second time on that choke slam. Classic Taker, vintage Taker. I don't know. I don't know if this match got added time, per se, because they might have been heading towards the finish anyway. That match went about 16, 17 minutes, so they were close to the finish in Austin Owen anyway. So I'd say probably not. I don't think they added any time to. I think the Austin injury would have just had this pay-per-view end a few minutes early. But there's plenty of 2 hour and 40-minute pay-per-views out there from WWE, so I don't think the injury had too much to do with it. I don't know what the match was initially set for. If I had to guess, I would say 18 minutes, and I think it went about 16. I mean, maybe 20 minutes. But if anything, I think we're talking about a short amount of time. But usually WWE wanted to end shows quarter till the hour, top of the hour. Most of the shows back in these days would be like 2:45. So this one's a little longer. And I always hated that. I always wish pay-per-views were like a little longer back in those days. Back in those days, I wish they were 3 hours or 3.5. But they were always 2:45, and it drove me nuts. Like, more. Back in those days, you actually wanted more. Nowadays, you're like, where the fuck is the show going to be over, you know? But it was different back then. You actually craved more. I don't think fans today will ever quite understand what that feels like, because you have unlimited wrestling at your fingertips 24/7. It wasn't like that 3 decades ago. Look at this shit. Oh! That's bad. He's still going to try to get the suplex off after that botch. Oh, wow. They're pros. Like, nope, we're doing it. God, that's so fucking dangerous, man. Jesus. Undertaker's big at this point. Like, he's not lean and slim the way he would get about 10 years later. Like, in 2007, he was so lean. You know, here he's big and heavy. And that was just rough on both guys. Sharpshooter on Taker. Right in the middle. Nobody breaks this. JR stopped himself. Austin broke it. Oh, there. Now JR. Lawler, I can tell you firsthand how much that hurts. Threw him right out of the ring. Another thing I started doing in the summer of 97 that was relatively new, just a couple of months new, is all red ropes. Because it was red, white, and blue all the way up through Mania and beyond. And then they started doing this. I think King of the Ring 97 probably had red, white, and blue ropes too. But some point right after that, they switched to red on Raw. And I think this is the first pay-per-view with the red ropes. I don't remember. I don't remember what Canadian Stampede had. But the red ropes were new and fresh. Oh, there's Brett. Is he gonna go for the reverse figure four on the post? Oh wow, sharpshooter on the post. Is Sean gonna allow this? Is interesting. Look at this. Oh my god. I don't know if that's gonna work. Nope. Oh, and there we go. Brett and Sean down. I love that we get a Sean ref bump. A ref Sean bump. Damn, you alright, Sean? There's the chair. Oh! And Sean didn't even see it. What a dummy. What a dumb heartbreak kid. Look at Sean. My knee. Get your ass in here, Sean. Come on. And Undertaker kicks out. Now, Brett threw the chair back out of... I think the chair comes back in the ring. Oh, no, it is still in the ring. Okay. Oh, yeah, here's the finish right here. This was so good. Brett's like, I didn't use the chair. Get off me. Spits right on him. Oh. This is such a great camera shot of Sean right here. Fuck. Shit. Oh. I love that. Like he's like, I had to do it. He's pissed. That was all so good. I think part of the reason why I don't look back fondly on the show is it kind of marked the beginning of the end. Fans throwing shit in the ring at Brett, but I loved it. I was celebrating. I was so happy. Look at them throwing shit. It was a really good finish. It got the crowd to react, mad enough to throw shit in the ring. And now Undertaker's going to blame Sean for this, and Brett has got the wingy. Love that sound. What is it? And there it is. Numero 5. Love it. Love it, love it. Nobody looked better with that belt than Brett. I just loved it on him. Like that's my spirit animal image right there, is Bret Hart with the Winged Eagle title. Maybe more so in the earlier runs. Really liked the way he looked with it in 93 and 94. But his next two, the 96 and 97 one, I didn't like as much. But still, Bret with that belt, to me, that's just what the world was all about. Yeah, Bret's last big victory. I mean, after that, he's working with Patriot at Ground Zero. He works a tag at Bad Blood. And then he's dropping the title to Shawn in Montreal and punching Vince, and he'll be on Nitro by December. And it's just fucking wild. What a world we live in, man. What a world we live in. I mean, we're here at SummerSlam, and Bret Hart would be in a WCW ring by the time we got to Starrcade. Bret Hart would be in a Starrcade ring and a SummerSlam ring in the same year. And I just still, 28 years later, can't fully grasp that that was reality back then. Yeah, where's Jim Neidhart? Shaving off his goatee, I guess. The flag of Canada. Otherwise known as the Canadian flag. It happened here in America. And Bret is the new champ. Owen's out there celebrating, knowing that he lost his title and injured Austin in the process. Hawking the loogie in someone's face, man. Like, ugh. And Shawn's got it all in his mouth. I'm like, I would not want somebody, especially somebody I don't like, spitting in my face. Even for television purposes. No, let's do something else. Let's have him flip me off. And that's what triggers me. I'm like, Vince, listen to me, and I want you to listen good. He's not spitting in my face, okay? This is the last time I'm going to tell you that. And if you bring it up again, I will put this Canadian flag and insert it into your rectum. Yeah, Pillman with a last-minute kiss on the wingy right as we fade to black. So good. All right, well, we did it, guys. We got through SummerSlam 1997. We finally knocked this one out. You guys have been recommending it, and I apologize for the years of blowing you off, but I figured this would be a good week to do it finally. That leaves us with 1996. We will not be doing it next week, however, because I believe 1 week from tonight is Forbidden Door, right? So we're going to be here watching that and reviewing that 1 week from tonight. And then 1 week or 2 weeks from tonight will be, I believe, the last day of August. Is that Clash in Paris? I don't know what the fuck. I got to look at the schedule. We'll have it all figured out by the time we go live tomorrow night for the Raw review. So keep a lookout for that. I'll post a link later. We are going to hear from Naomi, and she's going to explain what's going on with the title there. So tomorrow night could be a big news night, so we'll be up here after the show to review that. So make sure you join us. Thanks for being here again. We'll start thinking about what watch-along to do the next time we are available on a Sunday for a watch-along, because the next 2 weeks might be PLEs and PPVs and whatnot. So usually Sunday nights is YouTube channel homework night. So I'm going to take a look at the rest of the month, figure out what we got going on, put up any live stream links that we might have coming up here soon, and just keep a lookout for all that. In the meantime, thumbs up button, subscriptions, do all that stuff. And I appreciate you guys being here as always, and I'll be catching you tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys. Thanks a lot. Peace.